Aaron just pushes me to the feet of Jesus more than anything in my life. Always has.
What are the things that you guys can look at and say, you know what, these have been the real joys and these have been the blessings that have come through having a special needs child and some of the challenges that come with it?
Yeah. You got something you want to say?
I mean, for me, it's always been like really early on, and I don't even know how this sounds coming out. Nothing in my life, and Aaron was my first child, so maybe this is true for most parents when you become but nothing has made me more dependent on the God of everything, God of the universe, and the God that loves us and knows Aaron. Nothing pushes me to him more than he's one of 100. What? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so what a gift to have Aaron, even though in the struggles and it's hard, but it's hard to raise the other 4 too. Like, what a gift to remind me on the daily, you cannot do this. You have no ability in yourself to do this. And maybe I would have that if I was just a parent. Maybe some parents can resonate with that. I think for my own personality, the tendency would be that I would think I was a pretty good parent. I'm doing this well if I had all neurotypical kids. But I don't have all neurotypical kids, and Aaron just pushes me to the feet of Jesus more than anything in my life. Always has, and I'm just like, what a gift, because where else should I be? Where else can I go? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I want to answer that. You have to, I mean, I think this is true for anybody, but you have to have a good theology of suffering if you have a child with special needs. You just really do. Because why God, when it's your son, it hits you in a different way, and so you definitely need to have a good understanding of suffering, but you also need to have a good understanding of what makes life meaningful. That a lot of our story with Aaron was thrown into that book that I wrote, Why You Matter, because Aaron's probably, who knows, but might not get married. Probably more likely than not won't get married. He's not going to know the joy of reading a classic novel. He loves baseball, but he has to play on like a special needs organized team because just the way the world is. So if you look at what, kind of a worldly standard, what makes life meaningful, and then you look at what your son is going to be able to have, and then you have to wrestle with, is God good in all this? It really can send you into a really, really dark place. But if you understand why God is good and there is evil and how those two coexist, and if you understand what it is to be made in the image of God and what leads to a meaningful life, it allows you to weather the hardship and fight for the joy that can be found in the midst of this. So this is why, Brett, the work that our families are involved in with worldview and theology is so important and so practical. I think for my family, the understanding of these things has allowed us to survive the hardship and look for that joy in the midst of it. So some of this is why I said I don't know how I want to answer this, because I don't know how it's going to sound, right? It could be overly sarcastic. But the way, I grew up, I played sports, high
Mike,
school.
there's no such thing. There's no such thing as overly sarcastic.
But I'm trying to think of what's the right way to, I'm just going to say, and if it's horrible, it's horrible. But like, I grew up playing sports, played in high school, played in college. I wish I could capture fully what I think when I see someone's sticker on the car that talks about their all-star, Little League all-star kid. Like the tension here, the balance here, right? Where should you be upset? You should be proud if you have a Little League all-star kid, right? You should. Of course, we won't have that with Aaron. And so for someone like me, even just to live in this tension of how to be grateful for good things, but not idolize good things, is a result of having a child with special needs when you have a sound theology of things like suffering. So I think if that was a convoluted way simply for me to say, I think for me anyways, having a son with special needs has allowed me to be better at enjoying good things without making them ultimate things or turning them into idols.